Hi, this is video number 9 on the 100-day marathon. Today, I'm going to talk about why I believe that I'm going to win. Let's go. Okay, so day 9, I think. Yeah, I think it's day 9. So a few days ago, I made a video about why I believe that I'm going to become that I believe that I'm going to be a millionaire one day. And now I felt like I should make like a video to justify my reasons why I believe that I'm going to ultimately win at life, not just financially, but then in other forces of life. So one day I'm going to talk about what winning looks like to me in different parts of life. So real reason number 1, I think I'm going to win because I don't quit. I have found that about myself, that it's very difficult for me to find out to realize when it's time to quit something, and that's maybe can be a problem a little bit. But then I find out I'm getting better and better at the skill of determining what is useful to pursue and what isn't, and sticking to things that are worthwhile the pain. So I think that's going to be an attribute that's going to contribute quite a bit in my future success. Not quitting. So reason number 2 is I make really good deals. Throughout my analysis of people that I look up to, reading biographies and my heroes and all that stuff, I find that the most common thread between those people was that they were able to convince people to give them or to do things that they wanted, and that a lot of them were able to do this because they were able to structure a good deal. I think Alex Hormozi, who I'm not really a big fan of, but he says some pretty cool stuff. He said that you should make an offer that is so good that someone feels stupid for not taking it. So that's something that I think is going to also contribute to my future success, that I am able to make really good deals with people, because when I am structuring a deal or negotiating anything with anybody, my first goal is to find out, okay, what would it take for you to walk away from this situation or walk away from this deal feeling like, yeah, I got a very good deal. That's how I start to think about stuff, and I believe that as time goes by, and I have the opportunity to negotiate bigger deals, this is going to be much more important, and quite impactful in my future success. So number 3, sounds odd, but I don't owe anyone money. I don't owe anyone anything, because I pay my debts and I keep my word. I think that this is quite important if you are dealing with people, and more and more if you're dealing with high net worth individuals. The fact that you keep your word, the fact that you come to a meeting on time, the fact that you text when you say you're going to text, that you do the things that you said you were going to do, all of which I am not really I wouldn't say like really well known for, but I believe that I execute upon those things fairly well. And looking at a lot of people that I like, that's a trait that I find in them mostly. And these happen to be like super successful people. When they say that they're going to email you at 9 o'clock, you best believe that the email is going to come at 8:59. So that's something that I'm starting to recognize in myself, and I'm trying to like cultivate more and more. And I think with time, as I make it more and more of a rule of my existence, that I'm going to get better at that, and that's also going to be like super impactful in my future. So number 4, I am a very curious person. At any given day, if you open up my Chrome or if you open up my phone, you will find that I have got like 50 different tabs open. I really love like pulling on threads, reading about stuff. Like I hear something mentioned in a movie, I go and Google it, and then it leads me down like a rabbit hole, and and all of a sudden now I know 50 useless facts about ducks or something like that. So I think that this curiosity mindset that I have is quite valuable in different sectors, because more and more people, more and more when people grow older, they kind of start to lose that aspect of themselves, that like childlike wonder of like, what happens when I do this, what happens when I do that, which is something that I don't think I'll ever stop doing. I'll never stop like pulling on threads and trying to like find out like interesting stuff. So I think that that will also be like super valuable as time goes on, particularly in finance, where I'm super curious about working in. I think that's going to be like what makes me like a valuable person to be around, because it gives me a diverse source of information, diverse like music listening pool, movie watching thingies. I fancy myself quite a curious person, and yeah, that's going to be for sure quite useful in the future and lead me to on the road to my first million. Okay, so one thing that I'm going to like mention, the last thing that is not an exhaustion of the list. There's a lot of other things that I believe about me are going to lead me to success, but then these are the ones that I thought were the most impactful. And the last one is, I know how to solve problems. I prioritize problem solving and structural thinking to find solve problems even before they appear. And I think that everywhere that I've ever worked, that's always been my number one priority. When I'm assigned a task or when I'm assigned my responsibilities, I'm like, okay, what are the future things that could happen that I should be able to spot before they even happen, and what are the potential solutions that I could come up with when that situation arises. And solving problems is the most important thing that you can do, because that's the only thing that people are willing to pay money for. And I think that the more and more you solve problems, and more, and you're around more and higher net worth people, and you solve problems for people with a lot of money, you're likely going to make a lot of money. Or you solve a problem that a lot of people have, then you're also going to get a lot of money. I got this concept from something DeMacro. He wrote a very interesting book. I think I'm going to put like the book there. Yeah, maybe I should also talk about like the books that I've read that have actually changed the way that I think about stuff. Not changed my life, but just changed the way that I think about stuff. Anyways, this is day 9 video. That's already gone on too long. Anyways, thank you for watching. I'm gonna roll the outro.